Hey ECF, hope you're having a great week again as we move through this hot week in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. A few things to touch on this week, but first, let me start by reading you a few words from Peter in the book of 1 Peter chapter 1, starting in verse 13. Therefore, Peter wrote, preparing your minds for action and being sober-minded, set your hope fully on the grace that will be brought to you at the revelation of Jesus Christ. As obedient children, do not be conformed to the passions of your former ignorance. And then Peter wrote this, but he who called you is holy. You also be holy in all of your conduct, since it is written, you shall be holy, for I am holy. You see, Peter was reflecting on God's words to the Israelites in his covenant early on, where God said, because I am holy, you therefore should be holy. This past week, we touched on the idea that fear of the Lord helps us to combat sin in our lives. And while that feels like this big idea, here's what it means. That when we recognize God for who He is, when we take Him at His words, the result should be this holy way of living. This idea of holiness, it means to be set apart. It means that when people look at us as Christ followers, they should say, there is something different with these people. That because they surrender and commit to holiness, because of the fear of the Lord, they are different. They are set apart. So I want to encourage us as a body at ECF this week to be set apart, to take the Lord's word seriously. We are called to holiness. That's my challenge for you this week. Hey, a few other quick updates. First, on the backpack drive, thank you for your faithfulness. We have already gone now above the 50 backpacks that we have committed to Rose Hill Middle School, and we are excited for your generosity and participation as we bless these families at Rose Hill Middle School. Secondly, just want to let you know that on August 22nd, not this coming Sunday, but the following, we're going to be doing another Project Next Door update. You're going to want to be present or tune in online as we share with you more about some updates as ECF continues to strive forward in the pursuit of a permanent church home or building. Thirdly, as you'll remember, Dave and I leave on September 1st to go spend 13 days in Kenya. Our goal was $5,000 to be able to cover Dave and my in-country costs, as well as the cost of 1 week of training for approximately 75 Kenyan pastors. We're approximately at $4,000, just $1,000 short of our goal. So please consider making a contribution so that we can support the theological training and development of 75 Kenyan pastors who will then go back to their communities with the message and hope of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And lastly, as we look to this fall, we're going to be doing an 8-week series on the church. What is the church? Why the church? What is my role? As we dive into this is going to be another series where we look for collaborators. And so we're asking at least 8 people in ECF to continue or to consider collaborating this fall on a series that I believe is going to be transformational in how we view the church and how we view our role in it. So please reach out to myself or Kasra Sultani if you would like to collaborate, and we will send you more information. Have a wonderful and blessed week. I'm praying for you this week that God would call us to be set apart, and that through the fear of the Lord, we would strive to be holy in all that we do. God bless.